heavens, once an object of superstition, awe, and fear. Now a vast region for growing knowledge. The distance of Venus, the atmosphere of Mars, the size of Jupiter, and the speed of Mercury. All this and more we know. But their greatest mystery, the heavens have kept a secret. What sort of life, if any, inhabits these other planets? Human life like ours, or life extremely lower in the scale, or dangerously higher?
Is that a fireball or something? Boy, that's big. Maybe it's a comet.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Drew Pearson. We bring you this special radio television broadcast in order to give you the very latest information on an amazing phenomenon. Government and Defense Department officials are concerned by reports of panic in several large eastern cities. I am authorized to assure you that so far there is no reasonable cause for alarm. The rumors of invading armies and mass destruction are based on hysteria and are absolutely false. I repeat, these rumors are absolutely false. We still do not know where it came from, and so far there is no sign of life. It's been that way for 2 hours.
What was that?
A meteor. One of the biggest.
Can you see it?
Yeah, there it is. It's by the old Excelsior mine.
Brother, that's really something.
It's the biggest thing that's ever happened in our time. I'm gonna take a closer look.
Oh, be careful, John.
Go ahead, be a hero.
We'll take our chances.
Who said anything about you? You stay right here. You look after Pete.
This is where Pete's gonna be, right here.
John, are you all right? Johnny? Johnny!
Yeah, I wasn't hurt, Ellen.
Well, then what's the matter?
There was something down there.
What was it you saw down there?
I'm not sure. Some kind of a ship, I think.
A what?
A ship.
What kind of a ship?
I don't know. It's like nothing we've ever seen before.
Look, something must have hit this guy in the head. Come on.
It sounds crazy, but I tell you, it was there. Part of it was still showing.
Look, boy, you've been up in the stars too long. Now, come on, let's get out of here.
All right. I'm not crazy and I'm not imagining. I tell you, I saw this thing.
Oh, brother.
I saw an open portway.
So what was inside?
Well, something.
That figures. Look, this is no place to hold a conversation. Come on, let's go before it starts falling again.
The startling footage we're about to show you was photographed by a 42-year-old, Romero Valadares. This video was taken in the city of Passo Fundo, Brazil. It was sent to the local news bureau there and sent to us via satellite just a few minutes ago. All initial opinions are this is genuine. What you're about to see may disturb you.
Move, children. Vámonos.
Está atrás de ahí. It's behind.
Hello? General Maybury. Oh. Will you please tell him to call the moment he comes in? This is WJ 738. Thank you.
What do you think it's all about, Stu?
Come here, let me show you. This part of the universe contains at least 22 planetary systems, conceivably within reach of us.
Where's the sun?
Our sun? But isn't shown here. If it were, it would be about this size.
That small?
You see, we're not very much in the overall scheme of things, Pat. Let's take the star Wolf 359. It has an Earth of its own, and it's only a few billion miles away.
It's hardly around the corner. It doesn't seem possible that a spaceship could get here from all that distance.
It's quite possible they have a means of power unknown to us. If at the present moment we have invaders from outer space, they've probably come from one of the nearer planets.
Still, what does all of this mean?
Pat, I mention these other solar systems merely to indicate that life can and does exist on other planets as well as our own.
We saw it. Both of us. What more do we need to know?
Well, we have to have time to think, to evaluate this before we sound off.
What is your name?
What do you want of her?
You ask a lot of questions.
Why? Why did you choose me?
Come. I will show you wonders you have never seen before.
You expect me to believe that you can overrun the entire world?
You speak unwisely.
I beg you. I plead with you in the name of humanity. Please. What will you do?
Hop in, I'll give you a lift.
Lift?
Well, it's a long way into town. Okay, it's all right with me.
Wait.
Operator, give me police headquarters. It's an emergency. Hello, police headquarters?
What's the trouble, young fella?
This is Carter. Johnny Carter. I'm at the Larkin farmhouse near Pelham Woods.
Yes? Yes, I know. You saw little green men. Oh, sure. They're from another planet. Well, if you see them again, give them my love and send them home, huh? Saturday night. That's official.
Thought it was kidney.
Well, that's the story up till now. Are you sure there were no traces of this saboteur, this X-man, found after the explosion in the oil field?
Fire department went over every inch of the area. Didn't come up with a thing.
Well, then there's a strong possibility that he might have perished in the explosion itself.
According to the last report I got, there was a definite disturbance about 3 miles east of the oil fields, sometime after the explosion.
Well, then, if he's alive, you should be able to keep an accurate check of his whereabouts.
Not that easy. As a matter of fact, we lost contact about 3/4 of an hour ago.
Maybe you realized you were trailing him and got rid of whatever he had that was causing the disturbance.
In that case, there's nothing much my department can do to help you.
I don't know whether you know it or not, but somewhere around 7:30 this evening, our radar networks picked up an unidentified object off Point Barrow, Alaska. They traced it clear down to Santa Monica before they lost it.
Santa Monica? That's where we first picked up our radio interference.
Yeah, right at the scene of the murder. Well, then, if all these things tally up, we've got some idea of how our man got here.
And maybe we're on the wrong track altogether. Couldn't your unidentified object have been a meteor? They travel at a terrific speed.
Yes, fast enough for most of them to burn themselves out the moment they hit the Earth's atmosphere. And did it occur to you that meteors are not very likely to travel horizontally, all the way from the North Pole to California?
I don't care what you say, but it doesn't make sense to me. Anybody trained in sabotage would stay undercover. This guy's walking around in a monkey suit, killing people.
Listen to me. Now listen to me, everybody. This town is in danger. Now, several people have been killed already. Now, we had to make this noise. We had to make it so you'd listen to us, so we could warn you.
If we're in trouble, where are the police? You. Boy, this time you've really hung yourself.
Now, look, Sarge, just give me a chance to talk to them, that's all.
I don't know what kind of a game it is you're playing, kid, but whatever it is, it's going to stop right now.
Do I look like somebody's playing a practical joke? Am I laughing?
He's telling the truth.
Now, wait a minute. It's one thing to make a fool out of yourself, but it's another thing to make a fool out of the police department and the whole town.
He's right, Lieutenant.
You've been wrong before.
Maybe I have. But as long as I'm in charge of this town's police force, I'm going to handle this thing the way I see fit. And your job right now is to help me restore some order around here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, everybody, quiet down a minute. Quiet down, please. Listen, this is an emergency, and it can affect every one of us. That's all I can tell you right now. But we're trying to get things under control. In order to do that, we have to clear this area immediately. So please go home and stay there. We'll keep in touch with you through your radio station. Just keep calm. Everything's going to be all right.
First of man's vital communications to suffer were the shipping lanes and airways. Then transport by rail and highway ground to a halt. When the telephone and telegraph systems had failed and the radio networks were forced to bear the burden alone, they too succumbed to interference known to originate in an increasing disturbance in the sun. The world, crippled by these events, waited for the first sign of an invasion from outer space. It was not until the 9th day that an orderly evacuation could be attempted.
Clint? Clint?
Oh, I'm having a little party here. A little bon voyage party.
Don't you think you've had enough party, Major?
Didn't you know? Bon voyage party is supposed to go straight through until the boat leaves. That's not until tomorrow. I'm being transferred. I suppose that's what happens to all undesirables.
Clint, that's not true.
Dan!
Stop! Do not touch him!
Who are you? What are you?
We are life. The form of life. We come from the planet Gripia in the constellation Zenes.
What are you doing here?
We were in flight. Desperate flight. We looked to Earth for refuge.
Refuge from what?
We represent the most advanced minds of our galaxy. Long ago, we ourselves developed a means of absorbing knowledge from any thinking creature. And that is how we have learned what you know. That is how we speak your language.
Who's your leader?
There is no leader. Our minds are linked. We share the same thoughts, and one voice, the voice you hear, speaks for all of us. But it wouldn't do any good now.
Why?
We have realized that we could not survive on your Earth. Your sun is weak. Even here, its rays do not provide us with the energy we must have. There are partisans. They are coming. A rescue ship bringing us energy.
Calling GHQ. The saucer hitting down in the Potomac.
Nothing could have lived through that. We have to make sure.
He didn't. He and no one else. He learned almost too late that man is a feeling creature. And because of it, the greatest in the universe. He learned too late for himself that men have to find their own way to make their own mistakes. There can't be any gift of perfection from outside ourselves. And when men seek such perfection, they find only death, fire, loss, disillusionment, and the end of everything that's gone forward. Men have always sought an end through toil and misery. If it can't be given, it has to be achieved. There is hope. But it has to come from inside, from man himself.
Sorry. I thought it was funny.